Hi there, everybody. I'm Jennifer Angel. Let's talk about the full moon in Sagittarius, May the 23rd. So actually, incidentally, 23 is what's called a royal star number. It's a higher vibrational number. There's 4, 23, 37, 51, my favorite, and 65. So I just think it's interesting that this most powerful full moon in Sagittarius, with everything else that's going on around it, Venus and Jupiter conjunct at the same time, falls on this day of the 23rd. I mean, as they say, is there really any coincidences in the world? I think not. It's all a precise timing and attraction to abundance and attracting and just getting aligned with the energy that's going to attract to you what you want in line. So, to me, it's all about alignment energy. It's where my work is focused. I love astrology because it really just helps us tune into the energy. It helps us know who we are. And, I think the more that we can know who we are, then the more then we can be authentic with ourselves and other people. But anyway, that's another story. So today we're going to talk about what are the 5 best ways that you can tune in and align with this energy. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at the chart. I'm going to just share my screen here with you. Here we go. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. So I'm just going to refresh this to make it the time current transit right now. So this, as I'm doing this, it's on the 23rd, and I'm in Beverly Hills Pacific time, 11:46. Wow. Okay. The year's just racing by, isn't it? Okay. But you'll see up here, like, the moon, for the full moon, it means that the sun and the moon are opposite. So we've got like the moon here in Sagittarius, and opposite the sun is here in Gemini. So you can see it's it's 3 degrees and now it's 5 degrees. So it's just, it's just past. So the exact time we had the full moon was, let me just quickly look at that at my local, local chart, and it was 9:53, 6:53 in Pacific time this morning. So as you see, it's just moved on. But the significance of this is that Jupiter, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, right? So Jupiter is the planet of abundance, expansion. It's the big visionary planet. Okay, so as we step into this moon, one of the things we want to do is just to be, first of all, mindful of what we're doing, how we're thinking. Get some solar time just to sort of bring your energy back, tune into yourself. The next step, and I'm going to go through these 5 points again, so don't worry about getting them all down right now. The next step is just to be positive, because the way that the Jupiter energy works and the Venus energy, and we're going to break this down for you as we go forward, is that it works with positive, because it's such a vibrant beneficiary energy. Then of course it's going to work and connect to and attract with, and wire together and fire together with that positive energy. Okay, so the next step is to just be mindful. You want to be mindful about what's going on in your life, and come back to the chart in a minute. But you want to be mindful what's going on in your life. Okay, and more to the point, how you feel about it, how you think about it, okay? It's like, what's that little voice that comes in, and you get up in the morning, you do your meditation, you try to be positive, and then you know, branch out and try to do something, and a little voice comes in and says, oh, you know, don't be ridiculous, or what makes you think you can do that, or whatever that voice is. First step in that is to notice that voice, okay? And then like reframe it and just put it into a more positive sort of framing, all right? And get emotional about it, okay? So step 3 is then once you've done that, like get emotional about it. So this energy here with you know, with Jupiter and everything that's surrounding it is really just about visualizing. Let's not forget that Jupiter is a big planet. It's like your sole purpose. What is it that you want to do? Start like getting emotional about it, connecting with it. And, you know, and some of you might be saying, well, that's really great, but, you know, how do I do that? And the way to really do that is to find something in your life from the past that you got really excited about, you know, and then get that and you know, bring that energy in, like bring it up. I mean, some people say, oh, I have a really hard time visualizing. Well, you know, I mean, imagine somebody is knocking on your door, all right? You're visualizing that, right? So do the same thing with some past situation or event or person that really just made your heart sing, all right? So you want to get emotional and then start to visualize where it is that you want to go, right? There's no room in this vibratory energy for you to play small, be thinking negatively, letting all that self-talk come in. No, there's no room for that, okay? Just like stop it now. If you've ever seen that video of Bob Newhart where it's called Stop It, go and listen to it. It's hilarious, but it's so true. Like, just stop it, right? And be so the first step of that is to be mindful, okay, then to be positive, start to notice, then to like get emotional about it, draw on a past experience, and then to like visualize what it is that you want. This is such a powerful time. Okay, step 5. As I said, we're going to go through these again at the end. Step 5 is then to commit. Okay, commit to making it happen, right? And, you know, and commit to finding ways to make it happen and not ways why you can't do it. Now, is this going to be, and you're going to commit to taking some form of action, right? Now, is this going to be somewhat challenging and confronting? Yeah, it is. Okay. Not gonna lie to you, because sometimes when we try to change, because you know we're comfortable where we are, even if we don't like where we are, it's still like a comfort zone and we know it, so it's familiar. So once we start to sort of move out of that, and guess what? Yeah, even resistance is going to come up. Well, you know, let's start tomorrow. You know, is that what you really want to do? So yeah, block all that out, okay? And just keep going forward. All right, so let's go back to the wheel, because there's a couple of other really amazing things that are happening with this. So not only is this one of the most powerful full moons in the whole year, right now, when you have a look up here, we've got Venus and Jupiter. Now, textbook, if you follow astrology, you know that textbook, the two most powerful beneficiary planetary interactions and connections for the whole year are the Jupiter and the Sun, and Jupiter and Venus. So earlier, let's have a look at when we had Jupiter and the Sun. So that was like about a week ago, right? Or not quite a week ago. Now we've got here Jupiter and Venus. Personally, I love Jupiter and Venus because let's break this down a little bit. So we've got all that abundance and positive energy and opportunity. So Jupiter is about like options, opportunities, possibilities, and the power lies within you, because even though that energy is there, if you don't do anything with it, then guess what? It can just pass you by, right? I mean, it may come tapping on your shoulder, but if you're somewhat aware and tuned into it, but otherwise can just like pass you by, and it's like a non-event. So you want to get involved. Now, with Jupiter and Venus, let's not forget, okay, Venus, the love goddess. We know Venus for being all about love, relationships. It rules 2 planets. It rules Taurus, the sign that it's in. So it's added power there. And Taurus is about stability, and it's about the relationship that you have with yourself, and it's about the relationship that you have with money and abundance. So then we come back to, being mindful, noticing, and reframing into the positive. Okay, so this is perfect time for self-development, perfect time. Like some of you will be making a quantum leap, just like, wow, something happens. You meet someone, you walk around the corner, the phone rings, an email, there's an opportunity. And it's like, wow, this is just tailor-made for me, okay? The other side of the Venus, like Venus also rules Libra, and that's more about the relationships you're having with others. Now, Taurus is in the first quadrant, okay, of the zodiac. So we're working on ourselves first, and then by the time it gets around to Venus, the other, ruler, the other sign it rules, then we've done the work on ourselves, hopefully, somewhat. And now we're ready to have relationships with other people. Okay, so right now is a shoot. So just to put that in context, Sarah, right now is hugely transformational time for each and every one of us if we want to take notice of it. Now, later in this day, actually in about another hour, I'm just going to go see up here, I've got 1 hour. I'm just going forward like 1 hour here. Okay, let's go forward 2 hours, and Venus is in Gemini and now, so it's so close. And when a planet is at 0 degrees or 29 degrees, when you get that close, it's like transiting out of a sign and into the next sign. That's what's called a critical degree. Now, what that means is the energy is intensified again. Okay, so you got layers and layers and layers and layers of intensified energy. And what does that mean? It's layers and layers and layers and layers of energy that you can align with that. And if you like hop on that light, that beam of energy, you can just sail on to wherever it is that you want to go, okay? And that comes into the next steps of getting emotional and visualizing it. If we go forward a little more, let's see. Jupiter on, I've got this said here the 28th. I'm not quite sure that's right. Let's have a look. We'll go forward in days. It's also going to be moving into, all right, here we go. So the 26th, my handwriting. I should have been a doctor. I'm sure I was a doctor in a past life, because I can't understand my own writing. So now, like in a few days' time, these 3 are all going to align up here. And the 6 degrees on these, on Venus, Jupiter, and the Sun, the orb of influence on the energy is on the conjunction of the energy, because let's not forget, a conjunction is when 2 planets are at the same degree, but there's always and or in same degree in the same sign, but it doesn't stop and start at that exact degree. So it leads up to and it leads out of it. So it's about 8 degrees, okay, with these 3 here. So there's 6 degrees, even on the 26th, we're in that orb of influence of that highly charged. And as you can see, there's a lot of trines coming off here too, and the trines are like easy passage. And, opportunities come through, and there's not a lot of challenge. And so you want to watch. There's a lot more going into the chart as well, but let's not go off on a tangent too much, okay? So you want to just, once again, pay attention. And here are the 5 points. All right, let's just go through them again. So first of all, mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is difficult to do, I find anyway, when you're busy. It's like when you fill up every single hour of every day with stuff. And that's what us earth signs like to do, particularly us Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn, so high out there. And personally, I actually have a Sagittarian rising, so I'm really excited about this moon. I'm sorry I didn't get it up earlier for you, but so first of all, just to carve out some time for yourself, for mindfulness, just to think about where you are, what's happening, take stock, okay? The next step is, notice what's happening, like notice your self-talk. And every single day, I mean, if you can do meditation in the morning, I do 2 meditations every single morning without fail. And it just helps to center, but, whatever, just to take that mindfulness, and then you listen to yourself. What is that inner voice saying to you? If it comes through with something that's less than positive, then you want to immediately stop and go, okay, how can I reframe that and turn it around and make that positive, even if that's not showing up in your life right now. If you keep thinking about what's lacking, and you keep thinking about what you don't have, guess what? That's the energy that you're putting out there. Okay, so switch it over, make it positive, then get emotional about it. As I said, find a time. If you can't get emotional just simply about what you want to be, do, and have in life, think of a time, in the past that you were really excited. Grasp that. I mean, when you think about something like that, I don't know about you, but I get a smile on my face, right? And okay, yeah, that was nice. Intensify that feeling, okay? Like just make it stronger. And then so you're getting like a mindset here. You're building a positive mindset. You're stepping into the Sagittarius full moon, Jupiter, Venus energy. Because as I said, both of these, the Venus and Jupiter energy, and the Jupiter energy is so very important here because it's the ruler of Sagittarius, okay? And that energy, if you don't, let's put it another way, if you do operate and, vibrate and align with that energy, then you can ride that wave. If you don't, you're not going to ride the wave. You're going to go like under it, okay? And so, back to the 5 points, the point 4 is then you take that emotional energy and you visualize it. See yourself, like, what are you doing? Who are you with? What does it look like? What does it feel like? And put that out there and ask, God, universe, angels, your guides, who or whatever it is that you relate to, as in source energy. Ask for it to materialize. Ask for it, okay? Then commit. Now, the commit is not just saying, oh, I'm going to commit to this. It's committing to do some action, because let's not forget, even though we are spiritual beings, I believe that with my whole heart, that, you know, we are spiritual on living souls, but we're here right now in this you're here right now in this physical form on earth. So you want to do something physical. Like once you commit, then you put it, you make it solid, you put it out the universe, you tell yourself and source energy, I'm serious about this and I'm going to do, even if you do one action to make it happen, and it helps then to concrete it. Okay. So, all right. So I hope you enjoyed that, and happy full moon, everybody. And this energy, you know, keeps going. I mean, you know, as we can, you know, as we can see, the energy, you know, keeps going with it. And let's just go forward. We'll go back to the chart for a minute. And right, so let's go over here. Hopefully you've got the chart now. And this energy is like, as we go forward, let's just keep going forward in days. I mean, now we're going to have the Venus and Sun connection. You know, just 1 degree off for a number of days around the end of the month. So, you know, this energy point is this energy keeps giving. Okay, it's not just for the 23rd. So, all right, love, luck, vision. All right, so don't forget, mindful, positive, emotional, visualize, and then commit to action. I hope that something amazing happens for each and every one of you. Thank you for being on my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and share with others if you like this video. Thanks so much. Bye for now.